2024 has been a year of roaring stock market gains and some high-profile company turnaround fails. Intel, Stellantis, Boeing, CVS, all taking a hit after high-profile CEO departures. We're taking a look at some of the ugliest turnaround attempts from this year. Okay, I wrote recently that Intel is the ugliest turnaround attempt of 2024. It's losing share in key markets. It's hemorrhaging cash on factory investments, and I don't see easy fixes in sight. But I want to hear about your picks. You can choose from the companies I just mentioned or from anywhere. What's the ugliest turnaround attempt of 2024, Megan?
I do think Intel has some issues. I think you're right on that one. But if I were to pick, I'd have to go with CVS. I think the potential for societal harm here is really the big issue for me. So this is a huge healthcare company. They've got exposure in, obviously, the pharmacies all over the country, but also things like their, CVS Caremark. They've got that, wonderful, program where it's Aetna for everyone. Health insurance, don't we all love it? None of these are doing particularly well. Their CEO recently departed. I think these are huge systemic problems that are going to take a very long time to fix. And in the meantime, you have Americans that are really struggling to get access to really affordable health care all over this country.
You keep talking about the retailization of healthcare. I don't see it happening. People go there for their flu shots, maybe. I don't see medical procedures happening in aisle 4 at the CVS. Al, your pick.
Two near and dear to my heart on your list, Stellantis and Boeing. I'll go with Boeing. Okay. I mean, 2024 was supposed to be the year they'll turn a profit, make more planes finally. And it sounds almost pejorative or like a joke, but they couldn't keep all the doors on. It'll be another year of losses, management turnover, CEO left, people leaving in the defense business, a 52-day strike. It's been about as bad as you can imagine at Boeing.
It has to be a turnaround eventually because there's no other way to get a lot of people from here to over long distances. There's two companies that provide jumbo jets to the world. So when? What do you look for as the sign to buy?
We're of the same mind. 38 737 MAX jets a month. That's what they're allowed to make by the regulators. They're not making anywhere close to that. When they start to approach 38 a month, you can say...
Where are we now? How close?
Well, after the strike, we're about 25 a month year to date. Okay. So when they get closer to that, you could say, all right, quality's improving. New CEO Kelly Ortberg, some of the changes are having an effect.
Ways to go there. You also mentioned Stellantis. This is the car maker.
Yep.
I have a lot of questions about Stellantis, including who in the heck is paying over $100,000 for a Jeep Grand Wagon? When did Jeep start going over $100,000? But they're struggling to sell Jeeps here in North America. What do they have to do different?
So this goes in the category of just a good old-fashioned management mess-up, right? Yeah. They jammed inventory in their dealer network. They declared record profits in 2023. That bill came due in 24. The CEO is out. Things look terrible. This is not a good one either.
Other than that, everything's okay. Ben.
Well, I'm looking at Nike. I know it wasn't on your list, right. But this is a company that, I was growing up. This was the shoe company, and it was that way for a very long time. And not anymore. I mean, the company has just, you go out and you don't really see the Nikes. You see Hokas, you see On, and then you see kids wearing Crocs with socks in the middle of the winter. It's all very odd.
Crocs with socks.
Crocs with socks.
That's a Dr. Seussian nightmare.
Shoes, yes. And I think part of the problem is that Nike just kind of has lost its way. Nike used to be aspirational. It used to be, I want to be like Mike. It's just do it. These days, that's not really what Nike is. They have a commercial now that shows people getting dunked on, getting beaten up, getting slammed to the mat. And it tells us that, hey, winning isn't for everyone. But it's like, if, most of us aren't going to be winning. Yeah. So, like, who's supposed to buy these shoes? And you know what's not winning? Nike stock. Nike stock is down 27% this year. It's down 21% a year over the past 3 years. The CEO is out. They brought back a guy named Elliott Hill, who did a great job before he left in 2020 when he didn't get the top job. So we'll see if there's
the message is maybe Nike shoes aren't for you, loser. Swoosh. Okay, but the stock is not cheap enough to buy then.
You have to. These things take time. We have to see how Hill does. I think actually the thing that would get the stock going is if we saw some China pickup. That would help a little bit, give it a little bit of a tailwind. But they really got to get their product, just change how the people view the product.
Let's end on something positive. Tell me quickly about a turnaround that's working.
I'm liking PayPal. PayPal was a company that everyone was saying, don't touch this thing. It's going away. It's obsolete. But you know what? It's not quite obsolete. It's finding new ways to reach customers. It's offering new services. Still at the beginning of a turnaround, but the new CEO seems to be doing a good job, and so is the stock.
Al, 20 seconds.
Don't forget about GE, but that can be a message on how long these things take. Larry Culp took over in 2018. Now the stock's a darling again.
You think it still has upside here? It looks attractively priced to you?
Yeah, I like GE Aerospace and GE Vernova, two of the three companies that spun out.
Two separate stocks you can buy now, double the fun. Al, thanks.